Hello, good evening, welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Good? Everybody doing well? I don't know why I'm talking like this. I don't know, it's just how I'm feeling today. Thank you very much for the subscription, Katie. Kit Draws, thank you. Welcome. Welcome, Will. Welcome one, welcome all. I've been watching too many Broadway behind the scenes videos where everyone's very dramatic. It's rubbing off. You'll be glad to know I won't have to do voices for this game because it's like a real game. It's like a real actual game rather than the hot messes I normally play. With this long-faced boy. Long-faced boy. Ciao, welcome. I'm in and out quickly phrasing. But have a great stream. I will leave you on lurk for the numbers. Thank you very much, Xiao. Enjoy whatever you're doing this evening. It is much appreciated. Right. Let's get this shit started. I don't really know what this game is. Well, I do. I don't know. I don't think there's any puzzles in it. I think it's more of like an RPG. At least that's what Twitch tags is telling me. It's an RPG with skill trees and shit. Like I said, it's like a real game, like a real fucking game. But I think there's some kind of mystery happening. Look. Hi. Ashley may or may not be around. His PC has decided to forget it has an OS. I told him how to fix it, but his dad's getting someone in to sort it tomorrow instead. I think I've seen this game, I'm sure. Well, that sounds terrible. I hope he gets it fixed soon. I think I've seen this game, unsure. It was fairly popular when it first came out. It's like a choices matter game. I think we're like an assassin or something. Anyway, I mean, I will press play and you will find out. If there are any frame drops or anything, let me know. I was doing some tests before the stream and it seems okay to stream in like highest quality. But let me know and I will change it if not.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen.
Listen.
Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think.
That woman has a
The Golden
terrifying
Order knows
face.
exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
To do voices, then you need to hold that
If you
voice for
touch
the
a
whole
single
thing.
hair on my
I can do
mother's
that.
head,
That's
I'll skin you
absolutely
alive.
fine.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother.
You best
There
not.
are more persuasive ways of making you talk.
I'll rip your dick off if you touch my mother. Just FYI.
You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
Oh my god.
We know you're planning on selling
is
at one of Lord Mortimer's
terrifying.
parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into.
Dear god, everyone in this looks terrifying. Long-faced boy is okay. I can get behind it as like a
but
stylized
you will tell me where
character
it's
design.
hidden.
But
I
mother
can
is
promise you that.
terrible. It's making me hard a bit.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Subtle, thanks, Mum.
Just a
Now
few
don't
more
pierce me
minutes and my
nice.
concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only
it
thing you've
loosen
ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational and open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Apparently I
Von
was meant to
Borchert.
get my BTEC results today.
Von
My
Borchert,
A-level results tomorrow. I found this out this evening.
Listen.
Shows how much I care. Shit.
let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book
Good
is
luck. I hope they're good.
if you let my mother go free.
When you finally
What
get
are
them.
you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the
Shut
hero.
the fuck up, Mum.
Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Do we act or trust her? Always listen to your mum, kids. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong one. I meant to click trust her. Oh well. We're doing this now. It's fine. Ah, shit. Well, he did.
For God's sake, Louis, I told you to let me do it.
Fuck's sake, Louis. Her
me
leg fits in her dress just then.
You know, I was in control of the situation, Mother.
Oh, tell that to your nose. It's because of this kind of reaction that I prefer to work alone.
You ought to learn to trust me, Mother. Can't you be happy for once? We finally cracked the Von Borchert case?
He was just a middleman. He would have been more useful alive.
Well, I mean, I hold my hand up. My
How
bad.
many times
I
must
did
I
not mean to
tell
click
you?
it.
You must never put your life on the line for me.
I got a kick-ass.
You're much more
scar for making it
important
trash
than you
this
can
season.
ever imagine.
Hey Ashley, you're viewing
Right,
via mobile tonight.
let's go
Yes,
now.
Katie told us of your troubles. I hope everything gets fixed. Dear God, her eyes. She's truly terrifying. Consult your journal frequently to check the immunities and vulnerabilities you have uncovered. Okay. Ta-ra! Ah, look at that. Emote! Emote! Woo! Okay. Ooh, it's castle. Is it Chateau d'If? We're in France, right? I want it to be Chateau d'If. I want a Count of Monte Cristo. Oh, Count of Monte Cristo would make a great video
Well
game.
done, Mother.
That'd be
You
so
just
good.
had to pick up Von Burchart's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
Am I going to get what I just wished for? This is sounding more and more Count of Monte Cristo. Yes. Yes!
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
My
Well
voice
now,
is now
Duchess, we find
Max.
ourselves both invited by Sir Holmes.
so.
Well, how very
if that's not
amusing. Perhaps
loud
we have
enough
some
over
common
the game,
interests, Your Eminence.
I want
Is
to
this
turn
your
the game
first
down.
time at one of Lord Mortimer's
Good
legendary
Ronan,
parties?
Chris. Welcome.
We have been
To the
friends
stream.
since long ago.
Thank you.
But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holmes,
I
the
love that you're only
invitation
10 minutes
came
in and
from
you've
him.
already managed to scar the
Well,
main
I
character.
simply can't
To be
wait
fair,
for
my
all the
hand slipped.
festivities
I meant
to
to
begin.
let my mom
And
do
you,
it.
good sir, what brings you here?
Business or pleasure? Let's say personal
Your Eminence,
reason.
with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I promise
Everybody
it has
thank
nothing to
Chris
do with the
as Count
legendary
Ronan
party that
for
you
being
all
able to
appear
watch
to
me
be
play this game.
preparing for.
Because he bought it for me.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are
Catholic
many
Cardinal is
who
just like,
dream of simply
listen,
one
there are
day
some
setting
sick raves
foot
on this island.
and
Everything
only
is
a
to do
very
with the raves.
few ever make
It's
it.
wild.
Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
Stuck out for food, but I will return later to row. Bye, Ashley. See you in a bit. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here. Send the question back
And
to
you, Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It really is up to you whether you leave better off.
Thanks, game.
Or not.
Yeah, no, I get
Please
it.
excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment. Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
My middle name
We're
is
moving, Monsieur de
evasive.
Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious.
Having a
If
life-sized
I'd
game
known,
of
I would
Cluedo.
have gone for a better suit.
Are you alright?
I have visions or migraines. Both? And evasive more or less gaming. Yes.
Mother? Oh, shit.
Rolls off the tongue,
Your hand.
doesn't it?
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah.
what?
No one's going to
Mom!
find it.
Your arm's been chopped off.
Are you absolutely
Mother.
sure?
No.
Yes, I'm sure.
Right.
She doesn't look good.
Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
Waxwork Maggie Smith does not look good.
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no
Jesus
other way.
Christ.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No.
No, Sarah.
No!
Don't. Please.
Run if you want to, Sarah.
Sarah.
But you will pay.
Hugh.
Louis, are you alright? What's going on?
Was that just you in costume?
Here, take this.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
Keep it.
I'm not sure.
Are you better?
I'm gonna guess not because he called her Sarah,
I'm fine.
and it'd be weird
Don't
for
worry.
him to call his mother by her first name, when we already know he calls
It's
her
getting
mother.
late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sure yes.
Fine.
I like her choker. Into it. The dress is a bit much, but the choker's nice.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Am I going crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived
Oh,
with me.
okay, that is a highly sensitive
happening?
camera. Hold on just a second. Controls. Camera sensitivity, calm down.
For God's sake.
Still pretty...
Absolutely need to find your
That'll do.
mother.
That'll do for now. Look at those. Okay, you... Right. Ooh, hello, what's this?
A ruble.
A ruble. I have money. Yes. Yes. I want these letters. Why can I not have them? Give them to me. This camera is at the same time too sensitive and not sensitive enough. But we'll get to grips with it. It'll be fun. Nothing? No? No more rubles? It's a lucky ruble. Find a ruble, pick it up. All day long. You'll have good luck. What's this? Oh, okay.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Okay,
Yes,
so we
Duchess?
know each other.
I'm not sure if
from
you
before.
remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Oh, my class! Oh, wow, okay. Diplomat. The diplomat shines in society. A talented speaker, he avoids faux pas, and he can convince those with whom he is talking without offending them. Politics is his field of predilection. Occultist. The occultist is a master of deception, convinced of the importance of knowledge. He has acquired extensive expertise in science and the arts. Using others to achieve his own ends does not bother him. Detective. The detective excels in investigation. He is trained to notice every detail of his surroundings. I don't know why I'm saying this as if I'm a witch casting a spell. As well as in people he questions. A hands-on man, he does not shy away from the direct approach. Now, what do we think? Wednesdays is called Detective Dash, so I feel like we should go detective. But I also know the value of charisma checks. So diplomat might be good. Might be good. Up in some chat. Honestly, I'm surprised he isn't a mummy type. I'm also a big fan of the highly stereotypical Italian name they picked for the cardinal. I was not listening when they said his name. There's still time. I'm still dying from the facial art style they went with. It's certainly striking. I'm entirely down with this right now. Holy shit, occultist. Just because of the name and nothing else. Is there any way that Anna doesn't pick occultist? Yeah, occultist is very much my D&D character in Chris's campaign. I was under the impression that was your real life class after all. Ah, they're all really good. They're all really good. What should we go with? I don't really know. Oh, I don't know. Can I see what? Okay. Questioning, vigilance, psychology, agility, logic, manipulation, occultism, erudition, sciences, subterfuge, politics, etiquette, linguistics, conviction, diversion. I can't be doing with etiquette. Fuck that. But I don't know. The other skills will still be available. Locking them will be more expensive. It's detective dash, guys. We gotta be a detective. It's in the rules. Right. 3 available points. What have we got? Vigilance. Notice noteworthy details or oddly placed elements. Use your logical mind and oratorical talents. Read people's behaviour like an open book. Notice anything strange in someone's behaviour or appearance. Use your coordination against your surroundings, sometimes against people. Okay. Detective unlocked. Blah, 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 blah. 7 effort points to use your skills. Your past granted you conviction and manipulation. Okay. Okay. Manipulation. Add 1 point. Okay, so we've unlocked those ones. Conviction. Convince people with the sheer force of your will and your attitude. Get people to act in your own interest. We've got 3 points. So we can have 3 of these. Right. Vigilance, I'm going to go with. Because we're a detective and that seems good. Do we have to put all... Okay. Okay, right, so... We can get that though. This is going to take... Let's unlock conviction. Oh, I don't know. Because we're not going to be able to unlock any of these. We don't have enough points. We can unlock these. I'm fine without manipulation. Go with conviction. Let's unlock that one. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go. Validate.
Well, over the last few years, I've solved a number of crime cases.
You're right, detective.
Like
I
the
said
chauffeur
detective.
d'Angers,
I'm glad you all
for
said
example.
detective because I was not reading
torture
chat.
their victims with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of 2 people. But please call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Let's be honest.
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well,
Yeah,
I must say you
I
make
don't
up
want
for
to be
yourself
indelicate
rather
here, but I
elegantly.
imagine
Please
most
stop
men
torturing me.
are not
I'm
looking
completely
at
at your
her
mercy.
face.
Where have we met?
4 years ago in London?
No. Sorry, I
Mate, 4
don't
years ago,
remember.
I barely
In
remember
the
last
office
week.
of William
Oh,
Pitt.
chill.
Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Exactly,
Let's
the
drop it,
choker.
Louis. It doesn't
Everyone's looking at the
matter.
choker. It's killer.
Right, time to go to the manor.
Opportunities. Your skills allow you to discover hidden details. Select the object that is most suggestive of the situation in order to discover them. Select the object that is most suggestive of the situation. Does that make sense? Opportunities do not consume effort points to access the skill required for the situation. You just need to have it unlocked. Okay.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
I literally did the same thing earlier, so... Personality. Each person you meet on the island has their own personality, which makes them vulnerable to certain skills and immune to others. Exploiting their personality is crucial to achieve your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and leave you exhausted. Meanwhile, exploited vulnerabilities will give you 1 effort point back. Immunity revealed, vulnerability revealed. Psych!
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
You know, if you start lying now, you'll never stop.
I don't know where
Exactly.
we're going like this, Emily.
Also, I doubt
But
she
you're
wears that dress
connected to
all
my
the
mother
time,
one way or
right?
another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Okay, talents. You obtain talents from carrying out certain actions. Remember to review their unlock conditions and effects as they offer very interesting improvements. Okay. There was something on the floor back here. Royal jelly. Okay. Do I eat it? Okay, if you say so. Hunk of royal jelly on the floor. That's not where you find it. Why would someone have left that?
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible
nice
to set
house.
foot on the island
That's a
without
nice
being seen
house.
from 300 meters away.
This is a thing? More royal jelly. Okay. Oh, we are collecting shit. Is that blue because it's a thing, or is that a weird reflection of something? It's a weird reflection of something. Okay. Is this incredibly dark for the stream? Because on my iPad it looks incredibly dark. Oh god damn it. They're just weird reflections too. Hello, sir. Anything over here? No. Hello. That's a fun mask you're
Sir,
wearing.
may I ask your name, please?
Certainly.
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah
Pockets
de
full of jelly.
Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
What do you know about my
What
mother?
can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
More than a week,
It
though.
would seem that
You'd be more
Sir's
than a week
mother may
finding
be
her.
hiding on the island and regularly
48 hours,
changing
mate.
her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching
Bear
the
Grylls
wharf
in it.
again is because
Bear
lights were
Grylls in it in the
spotted
wild.
there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
She's Ramboing around the island. Your skills give you access to unique choices and actions. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Okay. I think that perhaps Sir's mother was here. Have you found
And
anything here?
did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage, sir, on the wooden part of the wharf.
What type of damage?
Broken barrels, mainly. We'll do whatever is necessary to have them rapidly repaired. But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless,
I don't know.
our search of the wharf
around.
hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
Emptying
We
them of
seem to
whatever
have
was
found an
inside them.
object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have
logical
orders to
conclusion.
give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
That handkerchief belongs to me. Please hand it over now.
But, sir,
I'll speak directly to your master about it. It will be a very long conversation.
Of course, sir. Please, take it. On that note, I must leave you, sir. There is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
Yes, there's throngs of people here. I don't know how
It is
you're going to
indeed
manage.
your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know
Literally
what
wishes
it
to
is.
speak to your manager.
Let's think.
The guy in the
What
mask
could
just
you be doing
spins
out here
around
on
in a
this
circle.
wharf?
I am the manager. Right, let's... Not that. That. Options. Controls. Well, that's not helpful. I can't change the light. That's very annoying. Fine, okay, well, we'll wait until we get in the manor and see if it gets better, and if it does not, I will, go back to the main menu and hope that it fucking saves. What's this? Barrels!
Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Okay. Do I have to inspect the barrels?
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Okay, what makes you say that? If you say so.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder.
Yeah, take the last.
This might just come in handy.
Definitely walk around with a blunt instrument when you've been invited somewhere to a party.
A sack of seeds.
Sack of
It's
seeds.
unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Oh, hold down to move fast. Oh my god, I can run. Thank god. Turn around. Run. Chop chop. What's this?
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Lantern?
A lantern. Nothing special.
Yes, I can finally steal the letters.
Let's see what's
Knew
hidden
it.
inside.
Find a clue, examine the letters. I mean, let's give it a go.
Ah, one of the letters is stamped with the seal of the Order. And I'd recognize your handwriting anywhere, Mother. But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Who are you writing to? I don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother?
Yeah,
Secrets,
Mother.
always more secrets.
What the
You never
fuck?
talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter?
Mother, you're usually a
For
bitch
crying
to
out
people.
loud, who is this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing
Never
up?
heard you be so nice.
Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy.
Godoy,
Why does the
Godoy,
name sound so
Godoy,
familiar?
Godoy.
I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me. Let's see what's hidden inside.
Do we just read it again?
Let's look.
Ooh, we can look at the other ones.
A letter written in an Oriental language.
I don't know this
The
language.
slightest idea what it says.
Oh my god.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
Your breath.
Address is 50 Bedford Square, London. The addressee's in
I
Sao
mean, the
Paulo,
only 2
Brazil.
times we've seen her, she's been
That
inflicting
reminds me,
violence on other
it's
people.
about time the
So maybe
order
she
since
kind of is a
onwards
jerk.
there.
She did seem like a jerk. Examine the other letters. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's loads.
Probably a Dutchman.
Open them, read them. We don't give a shit.
Address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently.
It's got a lot of pen pals. Oh, is this the
This
cardinal?
envelope is meant for the Vatican.
Occultism.
This name sounds familiar. Prashi. No. Can't seem to place it.
Okay, well, maybe we can come back to them once we've unlocked some other skills and we can find out what they say. Anything else? New? Okay, let's do... I wouldn't mind being further away from him, but that's fine. What's this way? This way looks far more interesting. Ooh, is that a thing? Some fucking royal jelly, yes. Delicious royal jelly. Just put my hand in my pocket and just... Jelly. Open the gate. Let's go.
It's locked.
God damn it.
Never get it open barehanded.
I hope the plot twist is that your mother is a murderous crazy lady literally because you didn't listen to her for the first choice. Oh, use the iron bar. Yes, use the iron bar. Well, quick thinking, sir. No.
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
Simon will hit someone over the head with that, probably. Also, open with the bar. Grr! Grr!
There we are.
Yes! Vandalism count 1. Shh. It's fine. If you didn't want things broken into, you shouldn't have locked them. Right? What was that? More royal jelly.
This
God,
one's
it's
a
everywhere.
pistol case, but it's empty.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed.
Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels.
Same with the broken
Uh-huh.
bottle.
What have we here? It's cannon powder.
Oh, shit.
It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste.
Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves. I really must find you, dear Mother, and quickly too.
I think it might be your dear mother. But sure. More royal jelly? Oh, amber fragments. Each time you pick up 4 of them, you increase your maximum effort points. Sounds great.
Amber crystals.
It's an amber. Okay, cool. This was fun. Wow. Wait.
A wooden floorboard.
Game? Oh, good. Question, where
Judging
it
by the
came?
splinters of the wood, this floorboard has been ripped up. Yet it was in decent condition. I wonder why someone ripped it up. What's the point of doing this? Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed.
Okay. Right.
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest.
Oh. Rip up the floorboard. Let's use the iron bar. Let's calm down a little bit.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Manuscripts allow you to educate yourself during the adventure. At the start of each quest, you can choose what to read and gain a permanent skill point. Inventory tab in the menu.
Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder.
Examine the personal
Shit,
belongings.
those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap, some oils, and
At least she's
powder
still
puff.
taking care of herself while
What
she's
does all this mean?
living it up in the woods. Examine
Some
food.
fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The
No
fruit's
one
still
leaves one piece
firm.
of bacon.
Bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days, and if it's rationed, there's enough left to last
I
2
feel like
more
he knows
days.
his mother a bit too well. Examine the rusty
An
key.
iron key completely rusted.
This is my mum's stuff, right? I feel like
I'd rather leave it all as it is.
we should not take any of it because she's using this
The
to
bottom of the bag
survive.
is covered in black powder. And judging by its consistency, it's the same type of powder that I found earlier. This just gets better and better.
Okay.
Right, that's
We
enough.
know there is a key there,
I
so if
think
we
I
need a
better
key
leave
for
her bag
something,
here. If she hid all this, it's because she thought she might need it later. So, let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces of bread between the rotten boards of the wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. Definitely enough.
that's not
Looks
normal.
now like she's armed.
Oh, shit.
Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested that she's having a fabulous time here. So odd. So very odd. And that's not even all I've noticed. But maybe I ought to move on to the manor now. They'll be waiting for me.
A Latin inscription. En nessis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
Difficulty 1, occultism, linguistics, or occultism. I can't do either of them because neither of them are unlocked. Okay, fine. Up the stairs. I don't know, unless her beauty regime involves blood and bruises, I don't think she's still following it.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
I'm sorry, you need the occultism package to read Latin. Purchased now for the low, low price of $19.95. I think you can use the jelly to reveal some of your epic points, by the way. Normally, occultism Yeah, I'm gonna nom on some jelly. Don't know how many it gives me, you might say. If it refills them, I might wait until it's empty. But I'm also going to read that book. Well, that's kind of terrible.
Whoa. Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Okay, during a confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences on the rest of the story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. Okay.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Yes, she's been here for several weeks now.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest
no.
regard. She
Do you
has
know her
rendered
biblically?
great
Oh,
service
God.
to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does.
Are you
so.
my dad?
That is very commendable. But since
Are
we
you
work
my
together
dad?
on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Neither of these are probably going to be right. So the Golden Order is probably some weird fucking assassination thing. I feel like he's not going to be into that. Professional secret, sorry. But he's... If we just don't tell him, that's definitely not going to work. I don't know if they've already told us what the Golden Order is. It was mentioned in the beginning. I don't know if they said what it was, or if I just haven't been listening. God damn! Confrontation, this seems kind of like that system from Life is Strange Before the Storm. I haven't played it yet, so... Beep. It sounds like everyone knows his mother too well. Switching to Twitch app, browser's being trash again. Okay.
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago.
If I just scared the
Mother
shit out of
trained
him.
me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a secret society.
God damn it.
It would seem that discretion
Oh,
is
shit.
not one of your specialities, my son. You will understand that it does not encourage me to put my trust
God
in
damn it.
Shit! All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Don't worry, Your Eminence. Your secret is safe with me. You know my mother's reputation. As her son, I will defend the de Richet's word with the same fervor.
Ah, I would expect nothing less.
Ah,
Listen
I did
to
it.
me, my child.
Ah.
If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother
Sure.
will read it?
Literally, yeah, absolutely. For the last step of a confrontation, you must convince the person you are talking to. Must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until either you give a right one or you have no blunders left. Okay. I don't believe in God. Promise.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her
Dude
gaze
has some
upon your
sick palm
letter.
tats.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Derich.
Okay.
Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of
Welcome
your
back, Ashley.
order available
Seems
to
like
us
they've
by
given you enough blunders to
organizing the
avoid fucking
priest's
this up.
safe passage across the borders.
Did his voice just get real
Even
deep and
if she
demony
does not share
for the
all
good?
our
Was it
convictions,
just me? It was
she
a little bit
always
demony.
provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name.
Yes, sir.
Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Absolutely, I'm looking at it. Hidden elements. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure, so do not hesitate to look for them. Okay. Right, let's have a little search around here, shall we? So this is the door. Take it.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Okay, let's just work around anti-clockwise, if fuck me. How's everyone's days been? / evenings? Oh, that's just to go upstairs. Okay. I won't go upstairs just yet. What's this?
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans.
Definitely gives
by
that
Plutarch.
Senator Palpatine
Biography
vibe.
of the great men.
Okay, he's already carrying 2 books, which seems like more books than a man can carry in his coat, but sure. Right. Inventory. How do I read these? Journal. Talents. Said I could read the books to get stuff. Have I got the stuff just by owning the books? 1 skill point in psychology. Conviction. What's this? Invitation, Emily's handkerchief, mother's handkerchief. How many fucking handkerchiefs are we carrying around? Letter from Sir Richie, Piaggi letter seal. Traits. Charismatic. Presence. Conviction. Active. Manipulation. How do I read these? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Okay. Let's have some royal jelly. Right, let's have 2. Delicious. Right.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us.
Well, you know...
Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simple.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President.
Okay, right,
Louis
cool.
Moras de
So the
Richet.
more you collect,
It is an honor
the
to meet
more
you.
Young man,
bonuses
let's
you
keep
get at the
it
end.
simple,
Cool.
please. Let us forget
Did
our fancy
Washington just make a
titles.
picture?
Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet. And you'll
Over a
see,
dozen,
most
my
of the
God.
time there's only the upper crust.
How am I going to keep up?
And I
with
noticed
everyone?
you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
My mother.
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richet's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come.
Don't bring my
Despite all the
unmentionables into this.
goodwill in the world, you can't
Jeez.
stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Horn, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here. I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Or is it?
Seriously, though, I know your mother well.
Oh my God.
Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
I would really rather not. That's probably the wrong
Good
one.
Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the
Really
Golden Order.
rather not.
It's the highest
learn the
distinction of the
intricate
order in the
details
United
about
States.
how all of these
It
men
puts him on par
know
with
my
my
mother really well.
He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has
Jesus
delayed our host,
Christ.
Lord Mortimer.
Oh
he can't
my
be present
God.
this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
Mate, chill out with the
He's
lead-based
asked me here
makeup.
and he hasn't even
Fuck.
turned up. Great start.
Ask that man. Say nothing. Ask him.
Do
Yeah,
you
sure.
know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat,
He
very
gets around what you
influential.
say.
He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow,
Absolutely.
you must
I'll
have
be right
read
there.
my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be
It's
quiet.
Jared
Don't take it the
Leto.
wrong way, Sir Holmes, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw in my vision.
Let's discover what Hole knows
My
about
vision
my
is
mother.
more important. Let's follow home. I'll follow you, sir.
Jesus Christ.
Mr. Washington,
I just want to look
I
on
hope
his
to
beautiful
speak with you
face
at
some more.
greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Home. I shall see you later.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly.
Tilda
Do not
Swinton?
fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage
No,
was
just
too
kidding.
much
I
for
don't look
him.
like that at all.
And right he was too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Home, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you. You seem to know my mother well. Is that true?
Who does not know of her, sir? She has such a wide circle that everyone knows your mother from a distance or close.
Please
Everyone
stop
knows
implying that all of these men have
But
fucked my
you only
mother.
know her by her reputation.
I remember she once worked for the Crown of England and that she always honors her engagements. However, we have never been personally introduced, sadly.
Well, if I'm to believe my vision, you're not going to get along with her.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Home. But
Does-
I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man.
Have we met?
Perhaps you are
Only in my
mistaken me for
dreams.
another member of the Chamber of Lords. And what with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me. Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
What did my mother
Do
come here
you
for?
know the reason for my mother's presence here?
I hadn't the slightest idea. No. She was invited by Lord Mortimer.
But you don't know why.
Not really. I was given to understand that your mother was looking for something.
And do you know how long my mother and Lord Mortimer have known each other?
Several years, I believe. They seemed to know each other for quite a while. But it was the first time that Lord Mortimer had invited her to join us here.
Good. And finally, would it be possible for me to speak with Lord Mortimer this evening?
I'm terribly sorry. No, he really is quite unavailable. But please rest
God, it's
assured
like he has
that
hundreds
everyone
of rocky
is doing their
canyons ripping
best
their
to
way across
find
his
your
face.
All the same, it's not the Chateau de Versailles.
Yeah, it's
It can't be that difficult to find her.
Worry not, my son. I am persuaded that we shall find the famous Sarah de Riche. No doubt with new adventures to share, huh?
Okay, she's having a vision too or some shit. She's not like, I don't know what was going on
I
there.
should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Thank you, Mr. Duché.
Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Her breathing is becoming stable and her heart rate too.
Pale complexion, thin, broken nails, an enormous scar on her temple, tattoos on her hands.
She's a witch.
I don't know what happened to you, Missy, but it looks like you've been through hell.
Can you tell me something about her?
Who is she?
Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. A seer can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing. She's just regained consciousness and she immediately reaches for her brooch? I don't know exactly what it means to her, but obviously it's got to be something important.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me... I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead. You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
The sign of the
Forget
beast?
it. It doesn't
Does she worship the devil?
Gentlemen, it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long
She
day.
worships Satan. This is gonna be wild. Emotionally unavailable, that is.
It's all the more delicate.
Oh no,
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities.
We really should have, like, offered to take Tilda to
Well,
her
I
room or
am
something.
impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
It's so funny. Cracks me up.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
What?
Oh, it's naughty to tell lies. Bet my life that you were talking about something totally different from the decoration of the manor. But
I mean,
to
I
find
could have
out
fucking
what,
told you that.
I should have stayed with them. Too bad.
I don't think I've seen you
Lord
happier than when you
Mortimer
thought
is
she was
fond
a
of
devil
atypical works
worshipper.
of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal.
Just
But
imagine
I
the
must say,
drama.
he
we
does
have, like,
have some
a
outstanding
Catholic cardinal
pieces.
here, and then we're going to have
So,
like a devil
who's
worshipper,
that
and it's
young
going to be
lady
like
with you?
fights.
Elizabeth Adams,
Yes.
Mr. President.
He's got a
She
bit
would
of
have liked
drool
to stay
coming out of
with
his
us,
mouth.
but the poor
George
thing is
Washington
exhausted.
is dribbling.
Elizabeth Adams?
John Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
So naughty. Oh.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest
Pretty
assured,
hard to miss.
she is
She
not
looks like
here
she's
for the
just
same
scripted out of a
reasons
Tim
as
Burton film.
yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Satan Senpai? That you? Oh shit, wow, fuck. I'm shooting chat. Time is over. An answer is automatically selected. My bad.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your
The
room.
servant. Do you only have one? Because earlier he said all of the servants were looking for my mother, and now you're telling me they only have one servant? And he wasn't doing jack shit, he was just standing around by the gate. So. Oh, he's got like a sassy little. He's got a sassy little stride though.
Ladies, gentlemen,
Yes.
I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Thanks.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Where is my room? It's at the end of a corridor. I don't know which one though. Can I go back downstairs? No? Okay. Fine. We'll just do some snooping then. Some light snooping before bed. Is fine. Light snooping. Hello. Anything. Oh, some lovely pots. Beautiful art. Coins. Yes. Fantastic. What about over here? Anything? No? Okay.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Okay.
Monsieur Jacques Perru.
Okay.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Golden elixir kills all your negative alterations. Can't carry more than 5. Cool.
Decorum guide.
I definitely need that. Jesus. Yes, we're going on a book hunt. Tilda would be proud. Book hunt, book hunt. Devil's Thorn grants you exalted state. You temporarily see immunities and vulnerabilities affecting your dialogue choice in a conversation. Ooh, okay.
Devil's Thorn.
Can I pick that book up? No, this is not a book we can pick up. This is just a normal book. Your average book. Your common or garden book. Oh man. Looky here. Can we go upstairs? No, we cannot. We cannot go upstairs. But honey, I want to. I want to go upstairs. What about here? Anything here? Nope. Anything here? Nope. That's a nice glass. That's a nice glass. You sounded like Edna for a second there. Edna mode. No capes.
Monsieur Johann von Wollner.
Don't know who that is. But maybe someone important. Anything over here? Oh yes, hello. Oh yes, more coins. I'm so rich. I'm so rich. Ah. Nope, okay. I hope you're like looking for loot, because that's how I play video games. No? Okay. These ones? Oh, something here. More coins. I'm stealing so many coins from this nice man and his home. No. We've gone in big circle. Wait. No. Cannot use those books. What else have we got? That's something? No. That was just moonlight. Moonlight.
An old Cisterce.
Turn your face to the moonlight. Da-da-da-da-da, memories. Blah 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 blah. I do not know where we're going.
President George Washington.
Nothing. Oh, there's something over there though. What is this?
A Greek drachma. One of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned both in the Bible and in the Quran.
Okay. Drachma. What is this? Oh, just a nice box. Okay. Some lilies. Beautiful. Is this me? No. Okay. Delicious royal jelly. Finally, somewhere it's meant to be, on a fucking dinner table instead of just like in a bush somewhere, and I pick it up and I'm like, oh, I'll eat that fucking jelly later, even though it's covered in spider piss and God knows what. Oh, the game kind of
a Chinese coin.
recognizable by the hole in the middle. If I remember rightly,
my favourite
that's
part
called
of
a
point and click,
cache.
walking everywhere and clicking on literally everything. Just wait until you get to the crafting menu. There's crafting. Ooh. Okay, that's a window. That's just a random door. Who's
Monsignor,
this?
His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Piaggi. I learned so much language from video games. Especially Assassin's Creed. I learned a lot of Italian from Assassin's Creed. When I say a lot of Italian, I learn how to say cunt in Italian or something. It's cazzo.
That's me.
Oh, that's my name. Oh, it's me. Oh, yeah. Right, well, we'll go in there in just a second. Just hold on. So a little bit more. Just another double check. You never know. You never know what nice things might be waiting for us.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Like, Godoy, mate. Godoy. Oh, bad joke. I'm sorry. Godoy. Okay, I think... Yeah, this is where we started. Ooh.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
I don't know who the fuck that is. Everyone keeps mentioning Hillsborough, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. Okay, let's go to our room. You don't like that bush jelly? Delicious bush jelly. This one?
Huh, that's me.
That's you, well done. You can read your name. Excellent. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this. Oh my
Right.
goodness, the architecture,
So what
the
shall I do
interior
with this
design.
letter?
Mwah.
It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's
Yeah,
trust.
fuck Piaggi.
What should
Open the
I
fucking
do?
letter. We were always lying. Jesus.
Okay, let's see what it contains. Too bad for Piaggi. So, it really is a list of
Press
French
F in
countrymen.
chat for Piaggi's
Piaggi
trust.
wasn't lying. But now it's opened. I better get it to Mother soon.
Well, I mean, you could just, like, if you had taken the seal off, like, properly, like, nicely, you could have heated it
Nice
again.
room.
Stuck it back
Mortimer
down,
sure
and
doesn't do
whatever,
things
the
halfway.
fucking Known, but sure. Call yourself a fucking spy, mate. Honestly. Right, what have we got here? Memory, all alone in the moonlight.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
I don't know what we
Lovely
can...
lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Okay, I want to pick it up. I want it.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter
Fine.
here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Can't open that.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul, by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Ah, I don't know this one.
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
Didn't really work out for Sam, no, I don't think.
Judith beheading Holofernes.
I know that one as well.
When you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
I also knew that. I know shit about art.
Saint Jerome and the
Some of it.
Angel.
Mostly art that
Yet again,
depicts women
art with political
decapitating men,
undertones,
but
an image
like...
of a saint hearing voices.
Carmelite water gives you a focus state. Your next skill will cost no effort to use. Okay. So those are our 4 substances. Okay. Okay. Memory. Go outside. Fuck Piaggi and 2019. Yes, books. Oh, can't have them. I want the books. Hello? Oh, whose room is this? Oh, I could just climb over there and climb in and see who it is, but I cannot. Maybe one day. Ooh, lemon tree is lovely.
Carmelite water will give me a little honey. The remedy of the gods.
The remedy of the gods. Why did he say that? Like, such a bro. Move away. Okay. We can't do anything. We need a telescope.
A ruble.
A ruble. Excellent. Love ruble. Yes. So expensive. Right. Let's go back in this one. Because we're doing a proper job of searching. And in here. Unlock. Welcome back. Success. I went up to the manor, pieced together my mother's movements on the dock, convinced Piaggi to trust me with his letter, met Mr. Washington, chose to join Sir Holm in small salon, found a strange book on the key. I noticed a strange talisman around out of the neck. I observed Sir Holm. I could have remained in the Grand Hall to speak to Mr. Washington. Okay. I didn't fail anything. I'm not a failure. Yeah! Oh, so many points that I don't understand. But thank you. Thank you for the points. 4 available points. What are we going to do with them? Let's get manipulation. Okay, so we have these, and then these are to level up. Right. These are the ones we don't have. Cultism, diversion, etiquette, linguistics. We can unlock a full skill with our 3 points, so I think we should do that, but I don't know which one we should do. Politics, etiquette, diversion, linguistics, subterfuge, science, we've already got a point in that, erudition, occultism. Occultism seems to have come up quite a lot in the options. And also maybe politics. I'm pretty sure we have a... Let's have a look at our book. So books, we get a skill point in science, 1 in etiquette, 1 in conviction, 1 in psychology. So maybe we should unlock something we don't have any potential points in. I think we should go with occultism. Occultism it is. Hey, look at that, you didn't fail anything. Yeah, I'm not a failure. Woo! Equipping manuscripts. Here you can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read confers skill points at the end of the quest. Okay. I can equip 1 manuscript. Okay, so I have to pick. I feel like etiquette could be quite good. Etiquette. Right, so they're like equipable extra little bonuses to skill points. Got it. Got it. You can only equip 1 book at a time, by the way. Cool. We're getting there. We're getting to grips. Hey, buds. Who's that dude? Charles Dance. Skinny Charles Dance.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
I can't hear the name Adams.
Well,
thinking,
in any case,
John
I do thank you for
Adams?
bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there.
Ah.
Perhaps he'll find something.
So
That
I'm
might
in
come
my
in handy.
mother's room.
Louis grows impatient at
Oh
not yet
no,
having
what
met
could have
the
happened in
famous
the bed I'm
Lord
sleeping in?
Mortimer.
He will meet him
Oh
tomorrow.
no. Oh god.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the
It's
game.
just dance. It looks like him from behind. It does.
Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't
Although maybe it won't
worry,
look like him from
Gregory.
the
The
front.
game
It
will
looks like he has
disappear.
facial hair.
I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Oh, he does have facial
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late.
It's the emo
We
sweep.
have much to discuss. One last move?
Not how you play chess.
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end
okay.
like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
Memory, all again in the moonlight.
A little
Everyone has
nighttime
such a
stroll,
strut.
Mr. President.
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank
He's
you.
the president.
And to you too, sir.
Did your dream self just close that door? My dream self seems to be doing an awful lot of stuff. You just
I'm
suck all that
coming.
blood back in. I never searched this room.
Inspiration of St. Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel, dictated to him by voices.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer.
Cool. We can look at that art another time. But if there's anything else around, I want to look at it now before we open the door, just in case. Royal jelly? Yeah, of course. Coins, cool. I'm coming, Jesus Christ.
Inferno by Dante.
What's that again?
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Jesus.
Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
Yes.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need
That's
your
really
help.
blood as metal as fuck.
Do you remember the
Sniff,
young
absolute
lady we
coke
spoke
fiend.
of in the hall?
Yes.
I bumped into her in the small salon before.
Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams.
John
But
Adams!
she's supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's
I know
bizarre.
him.
Fair enough.
Good heavens.
He's that
I was
little
present
man
at her
that spoke to
funeral.
me
It is disturbing
years
indeed.
ago.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's
That
where you
poor
come
man,
in.
they're going to
I
eat
want
him
you to distract
alive.
Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on
Check
some
it out,
important
yes, I see.
information. At least I hope
I'm
so.
trying to be polite.
Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are 2 men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
I mean, yeah, but you are having visions, which I think is about equal with ghost stories. I am curious about her, though. I want to know.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend.
That seems
Keep
pretty
Elizabeth
you. Think something
downstairs
mean, say
as
the
long
right
as
thing.
possible.
Basically,
She
yeah.
must not return to her room.
Trust me.
Son of Lafayette.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
How the fuck do I get out of it? That way? That way. This way. Yeah. Where's the small salon? Oh, it's where we had dinner, isn't it? Wait, what's that?
Golden elixir. Consume without excess.
Okay, that was just a seat. Got it. Cool. Effort points. Temporarily reveals the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue choice. Next skill use is free. So 3 potentially, depending on what happens. Which one is the fucking salon? This way? This one? No. Oh, he's snooping. Hey, bud. See you snooping. What you snooping on? What you doing?
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe that Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that?
Yeah, it's nice.
She's being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Nope.
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
Who do you think you are?
Forgive.
Multiple paths. There are multiple paths to reach your objective. It may be a good idea to think twice before embarking on the first path you come to.
Me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell's going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop.
Don't give a shit,
I beg
mate.
you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
Let her go!
Huh? Stay out of it, boy!
Shit.
What are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy!
Oh,
if you
shit.
think you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
You're not back in your slum now. You're in Lord Mortimer's home.
I suggest you think carefully about what you're going to do.
Confront the shit out of
I don't think
him.
you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine.
You don't sound
and
like you're
on top
from
of it
Paris.
all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots. Cat got your tongue? I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move. We're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
Someone threw you off balance. The cost of effort points increases when using your skills.
Aim true. You only get one shot.
At this distance, even a blind man couldn't miss.
If you miss, you're a dead man, sir.
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon. You got off easy this time, but don't try it again.
Oh, I will be trying it again, sir. Next time I will bring a brick to this gunfight and smack you over the head with it. I need to pick up her brooch because we need to run after her and be like, hello, miss.
Elizabeth has lost her brooch.
You lost your brooch. Please come back and speak to me. Hello. Let's have a little bit of a news while we're in here. Why the fuck not? Oh, okay. Is that the exit? It just has an eye.
Lady Adams must have locked it behind her.
Oh great, she fucking locked me in here. Wow. I saved you. You're just gonna lock me in with that dude.
These look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Raw jelly? Yes. Oh no. Pick it up. Anything else? No?
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes. I didn't ask for the room.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
It's fine. I will go to her room and return her brooch and be a gentleman. And while I'm in there, I'll flirt excessively with her and search the room. It'll be fine. Let's get rid of let's get rid of that. I don't want my skill things to cost more. That sucks. Up the stairs. Let's go. Now, how the fuck do we find our room again? I think it's this way. We didn't see her room. Did we? We didn't see Elizabeth Adams' room.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son.
Sure,
How did
yeah,
it go
no, that
with
sounds...
Miss Adams?
You definitely sound like you weren't making up a lie just then.
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I'm
Silvertongue, I
relieved to hear
do.
it. You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled
Yes.
times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do. Well, you did the opposite.
Good. Well, thanks for the news. My son, I have another problem.
Oh,
I
another
wanted
one?
to speak to you about something important. Do you
Mate,
still
I'm not
have
here
my
to
letter
solve
on you?
your
The
fucking
one I
problems.
gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Shit. He's gonna know we opened it. Ah, fuck.
Here it is.
You opened it?
Yeah.
Don't worry about that, Your Eminence.
You gave me your word before God.
I can assure you that my mother and I share everything.
That's enough. Your word is worthless. I give your mother this letter myself.
I...
I'm exhausted. Better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
You found Lady Adams in the small salon. You didn't let Peru get the better of me. I found Lady Adams. I did not detain Lady Adams. Oh shit, I failed a lot of stuff. I could have listened to what Mr. Washington wanted to say about my mother. I could have found out more about the men of my vision. I could have found out more about plans involving myself. I could have had a remarkable encounter. Okay. Well, that one didn't go as well as the last one, but it's fine. What have we got? 4 more points. Let's unlock some skills. Science and etiquette. Yes. I'm keeping jack of all trades. Yes. I want to be able to do a little bit of everything. Oh, the game is fucking freezing. Hello? There we go. It's back. Oh damn, not as clean that time. Yeah, well, you know, you can't win them all. You can't win them all.
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I better search the room. Who knows?
Beautiful.
Maybe she left me something
Look at
behind.
that parquet flooring. My next reading. Oh, do I get 1 book each time? So I've read that and I've learnt the skill. No? Yes? Fiction, science, psychology. It's called psychology. Right.
Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room? Writing material. From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like lemon. That's odd. Writing material.
the other option I could do with this? Okay, okay, leave. Right, I thought it was something else. Okay.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Okay.
Nothing. The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance. I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Missed that. Nice.
This room looks unoccupied.
Okay. This is just lovely. Just beautiful.
Here's something that will undermine my botanist's appreciation for
Wait.
the local climate.
It's invisible ink. She's used invisible ink. The lemon.
Someone's picked some lemons. I'd be surprised if my mother didn't help herself to a few. She was always going on about the surprising properties of lemons.
Like invisible ink. Come on, bud. It's basic stuff. Honestly. Invisible ink though. See? Yeah. Yes.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out.
No, it's
I
a
was hoping to
secret
find something
fucking
leading to a
door.
secret passage. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World, the travel log of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. Come on, Louis, think. Think.
Come on, bud. Come on.
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She must have used the writing materials.
Yeah.
The quill has been used, but
Yeah.
not with regular ink.
Yeah.
What if she used lemon juice instead?
Yeah.
An old trick used to
Finally
hide
got there.
messages.
Woo. Bless him. Bless
A
him.
message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message.
I can see why his mother
Now,
thought he wasn't ready for
how
this
do I
life.
reveal the message?
With heat. You reveal it with heat.
The message is illegible. I have to keep searching.
Heat. Goddamn. Assess the value of
Apart
the
from
ash.
getting the book dirty, I can't see any use for this.
Take some ash, sure. Why the fuck not? Put it in your pockets. You never know.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though.
Are you English or not? Is he English? Is he French? Is he... Wait, is he American? find it very hard to tell
There's
accents.
a circle around the lock here.
Amazing. He's American.
Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
Or is he? Yep.
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richer, to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it. All right. I've retrieved everything.
Okay. Now, pick up a candle or something. Would you, please? Oh. Oh. Why is everyone leaving their fucking coins all over the floor? Jesus. You're never so rich if you keep dropping your wealth all over the floor. Yes. Candle. Take the candlestick. Yes. Still can't unlock that. Okay. Burnish the page of the candlestick.
Aha!
Yeah.
It's working. The heat reveals the message.
Yes.
Let's see what my mother wrote.
Diary.
Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me? Since you've gone to so much trouble, you must not have only found something important, but you must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I'd better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Does
Well,
he indeed?
I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
The order. Cultism. Okay. What did it say? Let's just do one more. Yes. Hello, cat.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Come on. Come here. Come here. It's like, nah. Fuck you. I gotta go my own way. On the red salon on the first floor. Is that this one over here? We're on the first floor, right? So George Washington.
That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
Is it?
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Oh, were we meant to go and find her? Holy shit, okay. Knew she was a Satanist. Knew it.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
devil's thorn. Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals. These are magnesium crystals, a fairly effective remedy for easing anxiety.
Consume the crystal. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, I know we know what they are, but seems a bit much. Why are there two beds? Oh, there's a pentagram on the ceiling as well. That's nice. Can we get outside? No.
30 November, 1791. My dear sister, the cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was for your well-being, but I can't help but blame him. He claims that your condition has worsened and that it could be dangerous for both of us if we met. If only I knew where you were, believe me, I'd be at your side. I haven't received any news from you in a long time. Please write. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. I hope you like the enclosed talisman.
Cool. Enclosed talisman. Is that her brooch, maybe? 5 circles shaped key.
August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I am driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you. But they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
Okay.
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last. Write soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want.
Okay. So she has a sister.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
Discovered immunity. She's immune to psychology. Okay.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
Okay. Well, this is creepy as hell. So I stand in the middle of the, No, nothing. Okay. Just wanted to check. You never know. You never know. Always walk directly into the center of a pentagram is my motto. Isn't that right, Chris? Sadly, I've got to dash, but I've enjoyed the stream for sure. I hope you're enjoying it enough to play it again. Oh, I am. I will definitely be playing it next week and continue on until it's done. I'm having a lot of fun. Have a great evening, Chris, and hopefully I will speak to you on Sunday. Bye-bye. Where the fuck am I going? Okay. 100% on brand for you. Look, sometimes it's the only way to tell what something does. Let's just walk into the middle of it. Where's this fucking red salon? It says it's on the first floor. God damn. No. Okay. We should have gone and looked for Elizabeth. That was probably the special encounter. We should have gone to find her to give her back our brooch. And we didn't. So now she's been taken by a demon or something. Is first floor the ground floor in American? Am I wandering about for no reason? Catch you later. Bye. Yeah, I'm wandering about for no reason. Okay, cool. She doesn't look great. She doesn't look amazing.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
You didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me.
I was gonna keep it and like lead her on for a little bit and then give it to her.
Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes, why?
She's not wearing any shoes.
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
Excuse me, but speaking frankly, why would you care?
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Really?
Okay.
Yes,
Mother
I
is
have been in your
bisexual.
mother's care
Confirmed.
ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare,
Is she an assassin
cold as
too?
ice. Her sadistic hands
Cold as
pressing
ice.
over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain.
Sacrifice.
I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
What?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
To find out the truth, don't urge her to confide. To allow her to confide, use a soft approach.
You're right. I don't want this conversation to turn into an interrogation.
She's
You've
immune to
suffered enough
psychology,
already.
so that
I
one
respect your silence. Please excuse me.
Well, thank you. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they? Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her.
Yes.
Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your
I mean,
mother.
there are only two.
Thanks for trusting me.
So.
You see,
But I'll
before I
take
was
it.
born, My mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope.
Okay.
Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Has anything changed? Can't go in there anymore. I never finished looking around this room, I don't think. That. Let's have a little chit chat. Hello.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I'm sitting here patiently waiting for this spiral to spiral entirely out of control. I was wondering if you could help me out.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Oh.
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
That's cool. Okay, what about a manuscript?
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Okay. A few questions about the manor.
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery, where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be reassured the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Except for my mother.
Except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
We're becoming one. What's on the first floor?
What's on the first floor?
The first floor is reserved for guests, Sir. That is where Sir will find his private rooms. The main corridor leads around the building. 3 stairways will enable Sir to return to the ground floor. It is also from there that Sir will be able to reach the second floor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for letting me know
Anything
how
else,
stairs
sir?
work.
Yes. What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing, on the second floor, are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holm, sir. But only authorized guests may access that area. Does Sir have any
like
more
a Doctor
questions?
Who monster. Yeah,
What is outside on the island exactly?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If Sir would like to walk along the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway used upon his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise Sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help Sir in any other way?
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps Sir would like to know something else?
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master.
Yeah, of course not.
Is there anything else that Sir would like to know?
No, you've been entirely useless. Thank you for your help. Go to the red salon on the first floor. So when they say red salon on the first floor, they actually mean dining room on the ground floor. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Dear friends,
this is
I
lovely.
bid you welcome.
My goodness.
I hope the night was not too
This is some
short.
fucking Rivendell shit. Look at
Your
this.
Eminence, Duchess,
at that
Monsieur de
little old
Richet,
open
allow me to
room.
introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs
Oh,
and
good,
close
another
aide
religious
of
dude.
Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques
the Russian
Peroux,
king.
French
Oh, no, he's
Revolutionary
the lieutenant.
Tribunal Judge.
Lieutenant looks like...
Unfortunately, my friends, Lord
Kylo
Mortimer
Ren.
will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us
Is
later.
Lord Mortimer also
So,
missing?
let us begin.
Have Lord
What
Mortimer
is
and
Mortimer
my mother
playing it?
run off?
He tells me to
Have they
come
eloped
urgently and
together?
he sends no one to meet me?
Oh, can you, sir?
Peru looks totally out of place here.
An extremely likely
He's counting the 10 sets of cutlery around each plate? The man is completely lost.
I mean, you say that as if we know what the
Thank you
fuck's going
again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am
And
delighted
like he was
to
too.
hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
really, no.
Surprising when you know Volner prohibited religious practices in Prussia. Renowned member of the Rose-Croix Order, former Freemason, and great lover of alchemy.
Oh, okay.
And look at Piaggi fawning over him. I really do have a problem digesting political protocol.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution
Plot
gives
twist.
him
She does
terrible
always wear that
headaches.
dress.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is
Perfect for
emulated in
accidents.
Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Oh my goodness, orphans. Oh.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Just get to know him.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a
What's the
little
point
better?
of living in a clifftop manor if you don't have a moon door to throw traitors
Louis
through?
Moras de
Very
Richet.
true. Very true. I hope they will at least wash the single set of clothes they will have, honestly.
A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
And you, sir?
The presence of a particle does not necessarily mean a person belongs to the nobility, nor does it prevent the observance of the rules of etiquette, Monsieur von Volner.
Who does not know of her, sir?
Oh? Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Oh, is that meant to be Napoleon?
Yes. What a story.
He's certainly well connected and in high places.
Surprising. No one appears to know him.
That was a little short joke.
No one knows me, and yet here I am.
It's a short
Quite
joke.
so.
I know how to detect them because people make them about me.
Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Of course, Kylo. Anything you want. Let's go. Are you gonna push me off this fucking... Get some fucking skills up in
Lord
there,
Mortimer.
Intoxicated. You have used 4 consumable items during a single quest or consumed a noxious element. Dialogue timer is no longer visible. Oh, shit!
And the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project
No, I
on
wasn't
behalf
listening
of
to
your
the
mother.
introductions well.
You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Oh, shit.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about. And I am reassured. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Counter-revolution, reinstate the monarchy, let people be free to choose.
I think what France is lacking today is a truly strong leader ready to govern her. Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think.
That ego.
The right person still remains to be found.
Wink, wink.
You're right, my friend. I hear your words, and I agree. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
Yeah!
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Fuck.
Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
A little butterfly. Found my mother's message, got access to the whole message, managed to persuade Elizabeth Emma to talk to me about her mother, gave her back her talisman, met the guests at dinner, proved to Napoleon my mother's worthy successor, searched her room. I could have searched Napoleon's room. Oh. Could I have searched both, or did I get like one or the other? Oh, 2 levels up. Bitch. Okay, we've got 8 available points. Oh my god. Right. We need politics because we've been missing that. And we also need subterfuge because I want to be able to open all those fucking boxes. And then we have 2 points left. Which... let's put 1 in psychology, boost that up, and 1 in vigilance, and then that is almost ready to be leveled up as well. Cool. we might call it here.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
So is the idea of this that you read a book during the day, and as you carry it, you learn it, and then at the end, you get a point in something? Fiction, politics, etiquette, science. Play with. Conviction. I want to keep playing. Right. All eyes size you up. Okay. So it's going to be a painting, probably, of many eyes, or something similar. So we should go to the portrait gallery, which is this way, I think. Nope, this is a library. Okay, well. Oh, hold on. Where all eyes size you up. Like that. Maybe. One interpretation, perhaps. I guess I'm liking the system, however they argue the logic. Oh, with the books. Right, with you. Yeah.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of.
Okay, so we just... Okay, we don't
But
have
she
to find
also
specific
spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now? A Byzant from the Byzantine Empire. A coin often used during the St. Louis era.
A little bit of a search. A bit of a searcheroo for just stuff around the edges. And then we will go in search of the painting that we need. That ding. That was just the painting. Ta-da-da. A book. Yes, I love a book.
Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
Oh, look at
Amber
jelly.
crystals.
Oh no, amber. It's like... How many amber things do we have now? 3 things of amber. Consult your journal. Okay, so we have diversion, occultism. Okay. Level 5. Effort points score increases by 1. Swift. Make a dialogue choice 20 times before the end of the dialogue. Breath. Increase your effort points to 0 during a quest. Gain 2 skill points. Okay. I assume it'll tell us when we have enough bits of amber then, since I can't find where we have them, where we store them.
Golden elixir.
Delicious golden elixir. Ah, hello. She's right there. Let's just unlock. Yes.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Okay, cool. Nothing else. The Medusa.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her.
Did he just say Medusa?
A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Should we spin them? So he's already facing the Medusa. Okay, cool. Are they all already facing the Medusa?
The clue I found said, "Beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected. That is its weakness." That's the key. The best protected hero is the one holding the shield. Thank you, Mother.
Okay. So towards the guy with the shield, maybe.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. The origin of myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra,
Hi, Crispy Fries.
the gorgons.
Welcome to the chat.
The
and
section
stream.
on the Medusa.
How are you doing this evening?
While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
divert the attention of the Gorgon. There, okay. Right, okay, so the guy with the sword's looking at Medusa. The others are trying to get her attention. Maybe the guy with the lantern is trying to bounce the light off the shield. So this guy needs to be there. How's that? Still no? Look again.
Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Oh, okay, right, so the guy with the shield needs to be towards the guy with the lantern, I think. Yes? No? Anything? She definitely needs to be looking towards the guy with the shield.
The clue I found said, "Beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected. That is its weakness." That's the key. The best protected hero is the one holding the shield. Thank you, Mother.
Rotate the wrong one. I think I rotated the wrong one. And this guy is what the guy with the shield.
It looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe, in this position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else. The mechanism is worn here. Whenever the shield is not turned toward the sword, the machinery freezes up. The statue must have been in this position most of the time, betrayed by the marks of time. So that makes it easy. The shield must face the sword. If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me.
Scared the pants
Don't ever do
off
that
me.
again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Oh yeah? So tell me what you're doing here. Yeah, just like me.
Probably, but I asked the question first.
Well then, we'll pretend you haven't asked me yet.
What about a little gallantry, Louis? Come on, I'm listening. What are you doing here?
Since you insist, Duchess, gallantry obliges this. Ladies first.
You just won't give in, will you?
I'm sorry, madam. It isn't in my nature.
Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh, yeah. In your dreams. At your service, madam.
A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
Well, maybe you should be wearing a jumper or something.
Do you think that can really be Jason's golden fleece?
No, you are aware that Jason and the Argonauts is a myth, aren't you?
But Mortimer's been protecting this hide. It must be of great value, don't you think?
Certainly of historical value. This kind of hide is still used by gold diggers in Eastern Europe. Now you see how easy it is to obtain a legend.
Why do you have to act so nonchalant every time I show you something?
Louis, anyone can kill a sheep, rip off its hide, and say it's the golden fleece.
We're at Lord Mortimer's, not at some farmyard fair. You're just too skeptical.
But you have a tendency to believe anything. Talk about an unlikely pair.
Yet, you know opposites attract, don't you?
She just ignores him. It's like, yeah, fucking shut up. That book you look.
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
How did the English manage to get their hands on them?
When someone wants to attract the attention of the world's leading power, somehow the gifts just pour in.
You wouldn't have gone to the Vatican recently, would you?
Are you calling me a thief?
Certainly not. Never entered my mind. An old sesterce from Roman Gaul. Guess what I've found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath.
Yes, try it on.
Stop! Don't put your grubby fat fingers on it.
You find my fingers fat?
At least put on some gloves.
Please note, my fingers are slim.
You were going to leave marks. My God, what an amateur.
Many a harpsichord players would love to have sexy fingers like mine.
Tell me where you took your infiltration classes so I can have your tutor executed.
Let's compare hands then. We'll soon see whose fingers are fattest.
No, I'm not going to compare hands with you. Let's just keep going.
That's great.
Bad loser.
I'll try that out on.
Well, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself.
Excalibur?
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
Sword. Joan of
It
Arc.
really does look like Joan of Arc's sword.
The famous Maid of Orleans. One of your favorite historical heroines.
You bet. Given the number of English butts she kicked.
And we all know where that got her. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
Nope. Too busy. Amber! Yes!
Amber crystals.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai.
I love that you're completely ignoring your
Some of
skills
these
for comedy
deeds are
value
over
here.
600 years
I can only
old.
use certain,
all signed by
like,
the
I only
hand
have
of
so many
Mortimer.
I
points
wonder
to
if
use
that's
in
what
my
inspired
skills,
my
so I want to use
mother's
them for something
attention.
helpful.
How come all these
I already seem to
documents
have
have
used up
Mortimer's
almost all
signature
of them,
on them?
and I can't
Do you
remember
think
what
all
one.
these properties really
So
belong
I'm
to
trying to
him?
avoid it, unless I really, really need it. She was immortal. Assume theft, assume false.
These documents must be fakes. No man can own that many original works, no matter how rich he is.
Be careful. The Order has tried many times to estimate his personal wealth without ever succeeding.
And look here. Castles in Scotland, vineyards in Italy, districts in Venice. He's richer than some European countries.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
And how do you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. And you just confirmed it. So, do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? How did Lord Mortimer get all this? It's just crazy.
Secret connections, money, or a well-kept family treasure passed on from generation to generation. Who knows?
That would mean some of Mortimer's ancestors lived before Jesus was born.
I mean, a lot
I
of
wonder
people's
why my mother
ancestors
didn't
lived
make it
before
clear
Jesus
what
was
she
born.
was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something. What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
I literally can't do anything except not say anything.
At least this way,
failure.
things are clear. How do you expect me to open up to you at all if you can't even reassure me? Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese, but I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses, and there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Ah. Shit. Ah, can we... Okay, cool, we can. Journal. I don't think we know anything about her, do we? Where is she? Where? Weak. Logic. No, psychology.
You think your scathing wit protects you, but in fact, it makes you blind. No sooner have people introduced themselves than you already see them in a bad light. You play the part of a strong woman, and yes, you are a strong woman, of course, but what I see is a sensitive young lady who lacks self-confidence. Stop adopting a defensive posture, and you'll see just how quickly new doors will open.
There is some truth to what you say. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
She takes orders from someone. Oops. That one. We'll just get about her origins. Emily only came onto political scene after her wedding. that some qualified as a marriage of interest to an old English aristocrat on the decline. Libertarian, modern, but discreet, she's taken it upon herself to establish close ties to her peers. In a few years, she's become the favourite diplomat of the Queen, which is what probably prompted her Prime Minister William Pitt to take her as private secretary, thus provoking much suspicion and jealousy. As a regular visitor, Emily accepted Sir Gregory Holmes' invitation to come to Lord Mortimer's Island because for nothing in the world would she miss one of these famed receptions.
Oh, it's crystal clear. You don't like people telling you what to do, and you do like giving the orders to everyone.
If I were the matron you speak of, I would have found an underling to search this place, and I would be sound asleep in my bed.
Fuck.
I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is... Chances are, you're working with a member of the Order.
The only members of the Order other than ourselves are your mother and Mr. Washington. The former has sadly gone missing. As for the latter, I knew nothing of his arrival. Incidentally, you must have noticed how inefficiently our Order communicates internationally.
How she was affected by the cameo. Is it worth...
Your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one even knows.
Yeah.
When it comes to getting results, you are very good, I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly.
I love how she's entirely immune to
I thought it belonged to Emma, my twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes. You can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Holm and bring back the details, so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from Holm, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself. Or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
It's time to leave.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please, don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
Okay.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do? Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this.
All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me. I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Yes, Louis, I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you it was her.
She doesn't hesitate on her answers. She's not trembling. She's really convinced of what she's seen. Did you talk to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Holm? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
No thanks, I'd better not.
Listen, if you want me to tell you everything, you have to drink with me, Louis. What I have to say to you is of the utmost importance.
God damn it.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay?
Chugs it.
I don't know where she gets her rot gut from, but frankly, it's disgusting.
You know, Louis, when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help. I've only just now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
Whoa. The alcohol's
God damn it.
gone to my head.
She poisoned us. So which sister was shot in the vision?
Here, the condemned's last drink.
Elizabeth, alcohol never solves anything. I'm gonna stop now.
Listen up. You want to know what your mother was capable of, right?
I don't think I should be getting drunk.
You want to know the reason why? Well, you're gonna have to follow me to the bottom of the abyss, Louis. Either drink or get out.
This is a bad decision.
Man, I need to take it easy with the booze. At this rate, I won't last the night. Let's go easy on the drinking, okay? Alcohol won't solve our problems. Ugh, the second one isn't any easier.
So, do you want to know why she did all those things to me or not? Even if it changes the image you have of her forever?
What was she trying to cure you of then?
Of the one illness she never managed to treat me for.
Oh, we've gone this far.
Come on, Elizabeth. We have to finish what we started.
This is a bad decision. This is going to end really
I feel all
badly.
dizzy. There must have been a reason. Just tell me. Tell me what my mother treated you for.
She wanted to silence them!
What? What are you talking about? Silence what?
The voices. The voices in my head. They speak to me, Louis. They've always told me what to do. They say nasty things to me.
Elizabeth, are you saying that spirits talk to you?
You're right. Sometimes there are several voices. How did you know?
You literally just said it was
No,
poison.
listen, I don't know
but, like,
anything.
I want to know what happens.
I'm just repeating what you said.
Game. Game's frozen. Game.
They want.
There we go. Oh no. The game just closed. Oh no. Oh no, I wonder how much of that is saved. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I promise I didn't press anything. Shit. I said Adam's room, so that's a good thing, I think, probably.
I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance.
It could be worse.
She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Yes, Louis. I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night.
I wish you
and the
could skip
exterior of the
dialogue,
island
you
isn't
cannot.
exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you, it was her.
Just do all the same things again.
She doesn't hesitate on her answers. She's not trembling.
Quick step back
She's
to the
really
alcohol.
convinced of what she's seen.
Yeah. I'm
Did
just
you
gonna
talk
go,
to each other?
Go hard.
No, she was far away. I didn't
Down
make
one
any
after the
noise,
other.
and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Holm? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay?
I don't know where she gets her rot gut from, but frankly, it's disgusting.
You know, Louis, when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help. I've only just now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
Whoa. The alcohol's gone to my head.
Here, the condemned's last drink.
Man, I need to take it easy with the booze.
Nope.
At this rate, I won't last the
getting
night.
wasted. I've decided.
Let's go easy on the drinking, okay? Alcohol won't solve our problems.
Ugh. The second one isn't any easier.
So, do you want to know why she did all those things to me or not? Even if it changes the image you have of her forever?
What was she trying to cure you of then?
Of the one illness she never managed to treat me for.
Come on, Elizabeth. We have to finish what we started.
I feel all dizzy.
There must have been a reason. Just tell me. Tell me what my mother treated you for.
She wanted to silence them!
What? What are you talking about? Silence what?
The voices. The voices in my head. They speak to me, Louis. They've always told me what to do. They say nasty things to me.
Elizabeth, are you saying that spirits talk to you?
You're right. Sometimes there are several voices. How did you know?
No, listen, I don't know anything. I'm just repeating what you said.
They want me. Want me just for themselves. They talk to me all the time. Yet your mother did everything to make them go away. Ever since I was little. And look at the result.
It's impossible, Mother. You spent your life trying to prove that the supernatural doesn't exist. Why punish this poor girl? Oh, shit. What has she done to you?
Uh-oh, Louis. Are you starting to believe me?
No, but
Too bad it's all been for nothing. They're still there, you know.
What do you mean? They're still talking to you?
All the time. Despite everything Sarah put me through, I still hear them. And here I am on a lost island, knowing that no one knows me. And I find myself here at the exact same time as her. You see? You understand? You sense it too. I'm going to die here. I beg you, tell me you believe me.
I'm here, Elizabeth. I'm right here with you. And I do believe you.
Thank you, Louis. You know, despite what people might think, I'm not crazy.
My God, Elizabeth, how is this possible?
Welcome to my world, Lil Louis. Welcome to my life.
She probably should try and escape.
Elizabeth, the whole story stinks of death. If I were you, I'd have left the moment you heard me speak about my mother. I don't know if she knows you're here, but if I had any doubt, I wouldn't take the risk.
Yeah, you're right. I can't stay here another minute. I need to get the hell out of here. I need to find a boat and get away. I'm not dying here.
I feel so dizzy.
You like my little concoction, don't you? That's rare.
What?
It no longer has any effect on me, but my guests generally don't appreciate me mixing alcohol with laudanum.
Knew it.
What? You put laudanum in my drink?
In both. Don't worry, my little Louis. We'll sink down to the bottom together.
Oh man, I feel like puking. I really feel like shit. I gotta get back.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm here now. I'll take good care of you, and then I'll leave.
Don't touch me!
Just leave. If I get up, I'll fall.
We just got date raped.
Oh, little Louie's tired. Leave everything to me.
Oh God. I mean, I knew it was a bad decision the second I started drinking with her, so like... I mean, I got her to tell me everything. I just didn't have a great night. Let's get diversions and then boost. questions. Yeah. Well, that isn't ideal. Ooh! End of episode 1. Perfect. Because I was going to say we'd call it there, but that is absolutely perfect. Right. Thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you again to Discount Ronin for getting me this game so that we could all play it and experience it together. I'm very much enjoying it. I like the fact that I could have tried to put Caesar's laurel on my head and then she was like, get your fucking grubby fat fingers off of that. It's fun. It's good fun. I like it. The characters all look fucking terrifying, but that makes me love it more. So, thank you everyone for watching. Let's... Oh shit, what did I just open? Uh-oh. No, I did. No, I did. Let's quickly see. Hello? Computer? I was gonna raid other people playing this game, but one is in French and one is in Russian, so I'm not gonna do that. Instead, we'll raid Steel. We'll raid Steel. Will this continue next week, or was this episode it for now? No, we're gonna continue this next week. There's 4 episodes, so judging by how long this took, it will take 4 weeks. Maybe 5 if I don't manage to do a full episode every week. We'll see. But yeah, we'll be playing this next week. Right. Let's raid Steel Elves. Thank you everybody. How do I fucking spell his name? Okay, it's not capital E. Thank you everybody. I will see you on Friday. It's been wonderful. Good night. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
It always came down to 2 people. The divine pairing. One will live, and one will die.
You can get towards our current giveaway of Borderlands 3. Completely free game, guys. Any platform, any region. It's Massive Face Raider. We could do Massive Face. And that's a rip. Part 3, yes. Bugner, yeah, dude, jump in the game. I think you've got me right. But yeah, if you guys have 50,000 cheap, you can buy 1 ticket towards the giveaway.
We'll be right back.